What an amazing show we had with Dr. Paul Klotman. He is the president and CEO of Baylor College of Medicine. He answered many questions that people had who were watching via Facebook or YouTube. I really want you to watch the entire show, which is available on the Cayman Mall Road Facebook or YouTube page. I did put together, however, a shorter version of just a few highlights from the show, and here it is.
People who are not vaccinated are going to get infected, and a percentage of those are going to have a real problem, and some of them are going to die. There are people who will, even though they're vaccinated, don't get the greatest immune response and get sick and get serious stuff. But it's very, very small. I mean, the differences are huge. 97% of the admissions in our hospitals locally here are unvaccinated. And you were talking about the ICUs. You ran the little video before it. The ICUs, it's mostly unvaccinated people. Why would you want to take that risk? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's really playing Russian roulette with a very serious virus. And we showed you the number of people who've died in this country. It's worse than any other thing we've experienced. Why would you even take the risk? And if you look in the states where there's high vaccination rate, there's very low death rate. If you look at the states, there's low vaccination rate, very high death rate. So you have a chance to do something the United Kingdom isn't doing. Do it better. Do way better than the United Kingdom. Get yourselves 90%, 95% vaccinated. Keep your public health measures and make them all look bad.
Israel at first was, they were on it and things were going well. And all of a sudden now you're hearing, well, Israel's needing all these extra boosters. Things aren't going so good. What went wrong is the question.
So that what went wrong is the same thing that went wrong with the United Kingdom. So they were doing well. They were actually, Israel was up to about 70% of their population vaccinated. UK was around 68, 69%. The UK declared on July 19th, Freedom Day. It was just, it's just stupid, freedom from the virus. Well, having 69% of your population vaccinated isn't anywhere near what you need. You need 85 or 90%. And so they relaxed all of their public health measures, got rid of masks, stopped having, any restrictions on social distancing. And they have continued to have a very high level of infections even now. Now, Israel did the same thing. They relaxed their social restrictions. They removed their mask orders, and they just didn't. They weren't very smart. So in contrast, Italy, right? Italy was the worst. In Padua, Italy was where it was all overrun. They were doing terribly. There was a lot of criticism of the prime minister because they hadn't really invoked social restrictions very much. They started the Green Pass, which is a passport. You can't travel, you can't enter restaurants, you can't do anything unless you show that you've been vaccinated. They insist on mask wearing indoors, social distancing, and they have been doing great. So where you treat it like it's a viral infection, vaccinate the most people, have vaccine passports, so that if you're not vaccinated, you can't come into a crowd. You wear masks, if you in any kind of mixed group. They've done a very good job. UK is not. Israel was doing great, not so much anymore.
If you have any questions, please contact me. My WhatsApp is 407-267-8402, or you could find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just search for PIO Kevin W.